Good day everybody, on today's video we're taking a look at spring maintenance of our Danner Mountain Light 2s. With the changing of seasons from winter to spring, that brings on the warm temperatures. With the warm temperatures we start to see the melting of snow, and that's going to leave us with a lot of water and mud on the trails. If you've made a nice investment into a decent set of boots like the Danner Mountain Light 2s, you're going to want to take care of them. I'm going to take you through the process of muddy trail boots, nice clean boots. What that's going to enable you to do is keep your boots in top condition for a long time. Wow, just look at these boots. Once you've taken the boots outside and knocked them together just lightly to try and tap off any big loose debris on there, you're going to take them, you're going to wash them, and I'd recommend using either a soft sponge or a soft bristled brush. Now you'll see that I have removed the laces and they are washed, cleaned up, all the heavy mud is gone from the boots. The next step is to let them dry overnight. One thing to remember is when you wash them off, after you're done there, give them a quick toweling off and leave any water pooling on there. Also, if you've taken care of your boots like me, you'll notice that the water most likely just beads right off and doesn't soak into the boots. That's because there's still an element of protection from the last time we worked on these. Awesome, now that the boots are all cleaned off with water, the next step is to apply a cleaner to it, and we are going to use Danner Boot Cleaner. The Danner Boot Cleaner, you just apply it to a damp cloth, rub it on the boots, make a little lather, and then wipe it off, and that'll help get rid of all the residue that's been left on there. An example of a cleaning cloth is right here. We're going to take that, we're going to just dampen it up a little bit, and then we're going to be able to put on our Danner Boot Cleaner. There is our damp cloth. Now we're just going to put a little bit of Danner Boot Cleaner in there, as you can see. And we're just going to rub that together so it makes like a nice little lather. More. There we go. Comes out pretty quick, so just be careful you don't get too much on there. You can see it starting to suds up there, and we're going to rub that on the boots. Once you finish with the lather, you're going to take another dry cloth and you're just going to wipe away all the dirt and debris that's on there. Just give it a good wipe off. And then if they aren't dry, just dry them off. Danner Boot Cleaner is formulated to the proper pH balance for leather and prolongs the life of your boots, keeping them cleaner and healthier. The instructions are very simple. As it says here on the back, apply a small amount of cleaner to a wet cloth or sponge, rub briskly onto the boot, and work up a lather. Use a damp cloth, wipe away foam and dirt, and then towel dry. Now that these boots have been cleaned, we are going to let them dry again for about another 24 hours, and then we will be ready to apply our boot dressing. Okay, so now we've let the boots dry for 24 hours. These ones here have actually dried for a lot longer than 24 hours, but minimum 24 hours after washing them. And the next step is to do the Danner boot dressing. You notice there that I have the Danner brown boot dressing. You could use a clear if you wanted to as well, it would work. You're just not going to have the brown tones to it. I like to use the browns just because I want to get into these sections where there's been some wear on the toes, and I kind of want to blend those back into the actual color of the boots, so that's why I'm using the brown boot dressing right now. I have one cloth that I'm going to use for the application process, and then I have another cloth that I'm going to use to wipe them off with. One thing here before we get started, I'm just going to take each boot, and since they have sat there for more than 24 hours, I'm just going to give them a little wipe off so there's no dust on them. Start this process, and you're just going to lightly wipe the outsides of them off. Nothing major, just a quick wipe. The instructions on the back of the Danner boot dressing reads as following. Apply liberally with a soft cloth on clean, dry boots. Work into the leather and seams. Remove the excess with another clean, dry cloth. Not for use on nubuck or suede. So these here are just a full grain leather. That'll be perfect for this stuff. We want to use a nice liberal amount. That's what it looks like inside of the container. Just a nice little whap on your cloth like that. Just start working it in. Make sure on these little lace eyelets that you get underneath of them. Just kind of use your cloth, wiping around. Doesn't matter if you get it on them, won't hurt them. When I'm working it into the seams, I literally just take my cloth and I press right into that seam. And I rub that stuff right in there so it gets right down in there, nice and good. And just make sure you cover everything on the whole boot. Now that the boots are finished, you can see how wet they look. We'll let that soak in for a bit, and then we will wipe that clean. All right, so now we're on to the final step, and that is just going to be wiping these boots. Take off the excess stuff that's on there, excess boot dressing. And you just take your cloth and you're just gonna go around your boots like that. Take this one out of the way. Don't have to do any, I kind of like to do circular motion if I can. That's totally entirely up to you. You can just wipe them off. Make sure you get in under the tongue. Once you've gotten to the point where you believe you're done, you just want to take a look over them because you don't want to leave any gobs of boot dressing on them anywhere. And they'll still look a little bit wet when you get them done, but that will go away within a few days of wearing them. So now we're all finished, and once you got them done, you can insert the orthotics back into them, the orthotic, and you can lace them back up, and you should be ready to go. Awesome, thank you for joining us on this video. If you don't want to miss the next one, please click subscribe. Also, if you wouldn't mind, share these videos and toss a like on there. See you next time, thanks.